called Independence Day Special. How we doing tonight? I'm your host, Tyler. Cat, Cobra, and Billy are here tonight. How we doing tonight?
We could be a lot better. I mean, if I had a better computer and a better internet connection, we'd have Izzy the Gremlin celebrating her Pride experience. But guess what?
Nope.
No!
All right. Like I said, this is our first ever live stream we're doing as a podcast, so it's going to be a rough podcast. So I apologize.
Hey, first time
Anyway.
for everything. First time for everything.
Anyway, by the way, let's go off to the awesome news. He just joined the 3,000 strikeout club. LA Dodgers Clayton Kershaw 2 days ago struck out his 3,000th batter in front of home crowd. He is the 20th player in MLB history to strike out 3,000 or more batters.
I'm getting feedback from Cobra.
It's going to happen.
And of course, Clayton Kershaw's teammate is
famous responsible gambler.
Shohei Ohtani.
Damn it! I don't know where my hat went. Shit. Oh well. Yes, I have a hat. We have merch out. I have famous responsible gambler hats, famous responsible coffee drinker mugs. It is a gremlin, and even Ginzer has his own merch.
Just hearing the famous from multiple of you at the same time.
It's gonna happen.
I'm playing Leprechaun. The first convention came in, now Kutch is freaking like hell.
You're can't wait for the Ravens to kick the Steelers' ass, okay? I can't wait.
You're a Steelers fan, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, Ginzer, just stay out of here. Stay out of here.
All right. But like I said, that's the biggest news of the week. Congratulations to Kershaw. And oh, by the way, he's one of very few players to this in the current MLB who has stayed with a team for more than 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that
made his debut in July of 2008.
Honestly, getting to watch the video of him striking out that 3,000th batter. Somebody put together a compilation. It was his 1,000th batter struck out, his 2,000th batter struck out, and then his 3,000th. I sat there and I was like,
wow, it makes me feel old, and I'm probably the youngest one in this entire live stream right now.
Probably.
How old are you?
I am 25 years old.
Billy's younger.
23, bitch.
Yeah, I told you. Billy's younger.
Anyway,
Billy is younger.
Now, if you want to make you feel older, July 19th, 2008 is when Kershaw threw his first major league pitch at Dodger Stadium.
And I believe I was already celebrating my 3rd month as a college dropout that time.
And I was just a little.
I'm sorry. No, I was slowly becoming a college dropout during that time.
I was already graduated from college.
I mean, I'm going back to college in August, so I mean, I can't really say much there. I mean, I dropped out in COVID when COVID hit, but that's besides the point. That's a story for Why Are We Here?
Which I think is going to be
for a different podcast. Okay, so
go ahead, Kat.
How many 3,000 strikeout pitchers are there? I know there are 3.
20.
Okay, but there are only 3 that have done it with the same team.
And can you name those 3?
No.
I can name 2. I can name at least 2 of them.
I just saw it. I just saw it.
Hold on.
I know, obviously, Clayton Kershaw. I think the other one is...
Greg Maddux?
Yes, Greg Maddux is the other one.
Probably one of them.
Yeah, Greg Maddux.
Is Nolan Ryan in that club?
No.
He has 3,000 strikeouts, but not with the same team.
Nick.
Yeah.
It might be Bob Feller, I think.
Same team.
Interesting factoid about Nolan Ryan. He's the greatest pitcher to never win a World Series.
Oh, Walter Johnson, Bob Gibson, and Clayton Kershaw.
Oh, so Bob Gibson. Okay.
So
now,
Greg Maddux isn't on that. I said,
if we have a chat, here's a trivia question for you guys. Since Kershaw hit his 3,000, who was the last player? Who was the 19th player to get his 3,000th strikeout? It happened in 2021.
Oh, see, I wouldn't watch him much in 2021. I didn't.
He is the crazy. All I'm gonna give you is he's a crazy SOB.
So he's a Yankee.
No.
I would say Cobra. I think Cobra knows.
19th.
No, I don't think so.
2021.
When you said 2021, I'm like, no, it's not who I think it was.
He got a ring in 2019 with the Nationals.
Oh, shit. Steven Strasburg, isn't it?
Nope. It's his other one, the other guy.
Shit.
Max Scherzer?
Strasburg hasn't even hit 3,000, has he?
No, he's retired. He retired.
Nope, I got it.
Yeah.
Mad Max.
Who?
Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer.
Oh, okay.
And the 18th,
I called it.
And the 18th one was 2019 with Justin Verlander with the Astros.
That one I do remember, but the one in 2021 I do not. There was another news thing for MLB. Let me open their website again.
How about this weird one?
I can tell you right now.
Haven't the Pirates won 6 in a row?
Yes, they have, actually.
And as Andrew stated before, it's because of the furries. Anthracon comes in, all of a sudden, Andrew McCutcheon finds his bat.
Actually, you know what? Actually, speaking of, there's another player close to 3,000, and another pretty.
It's Chris Sale, isn't it?
No, actually, it's Zach Greinke. He's at 29.
He's in the league?
Yeah, he's at 29.79.
Wow.
He's with the. Is Greinke with the D-backs?
No, you think he's with the Royals? I think.
Oh
no, he's not anymore. Not anymore. No, not anymore. Okay.
Cal Raleigh made it to.
Yep, I did see that. Go ahead.
Cal Raleigh made it to 35 home runs.
35 before the All-Star? That's absurd.
He tied Griffey.
Yeah. I was going to say steroids, but...
Yeah. Barry Bonds? No, he tied Barry Bonds and Griffey, actually.
I thought Bonds got to 34, not 35.
I think it might have been 34. You might be right.
So you know what? We're getting closer to the All-Star game.
So speaking of All-Star game, 2 days ago the All-Star roster got revealed.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to go over that, or do we want to continue what you were saying?
I was going to say, let's go with you, man.
So, starting for the American League at catcher, Cal Raleigh, obviously, because he's 35 home runs and almost 100 RBIs already.
Yes.
Ryan O'Hearn.
DH.
Vladdy Guerrero Jr. A former Yankee, Gleyber Torres.
Former.
Jose Ramirez at third. Jacob Wilson at shortstop, Aaron Judge at right, Riley Green in center, and Javier Baez in left. That's
See,
for
I can't even be upset about Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is such a class
Is
act.
not for real.
Yeah,
And I feel like
I can't hate Aaron Judge either. Like, not gonna lie, I can't hate Aaron Judge either.
no, he is a class act, and I really feel like he just loves the game. And he just happens to play for the Yankees.
You want to know? All right, let's get to the National League starting lineup.
Oh
It
Lord.
has 3 Dodgers.
I
Will
I think
Smith,
that's stupid. I think
Will
I
Smith,
think
Will
that's
Smith,
stupid.
Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Ketel Marte, your favorite player, Manny Machado,
Fuck him.
Francisco Lindor, Pete Crow Armstrong, Kyle Tucker, and then Ronald and hometown hero Ronald Acuna Jr. is in right field.
Okay.
And starting pitcher, hold on, I gotta find it. Give me 1 second.
Cobra, what are you gonna play for us?
Probably something to play us out, you know.
Yeah, the look on your face, you were
It's
like,
not
oh
hooked
no,
up,
she's
though.
paying attention. Oh, I love it.
Well, I
Runner-ups.
think it's like give us a little bit of entertainment, you know, while
The runner-ups for the
It
runner-ups for
matches
the
your
American League.
jersey.
I know,
Runner-up
right?
is Mike Trout, Stephen Kwong, and Adley Rutschman.
See, Adley being on the injured list, people weren't going to vote for him.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find the starters for the starting on the mound.
Oh, I might have just heard a firework.
Yeah, fireworks are
So-
going on.
Is that
Starting
time?
for the American League.
Yep.
Starting for the American League is actually Max Fried from the Yankees.
Okay.
Oh, he's having an insane season. He's like 10-1.
Wow. That is insane. See, but at least
Or,
the
no,
Yankees
10-2.
know 10 and 2.
10-2, 2.13 ERA, 106 strikeouts, and a 94 WHIP.
Jeez whiz.
So
That is
yeah,
crazy.
you see why he's starting the All-Star game.
Yeah. Yeah. Goodness gracious me. Just waiting on Cobra to riff something. Just
And for the National League, it still hasn't been official vote yet, but it's between Paul Skeens and Zach Wheeler.
Ooh, I hope it schemes.
He started last year as a rookie.
See, I don't think I even like paid attention for so many years to anybody else. Like occasionally I would see like a reel from the Orioles and I'd be like, "Oh, it's my Orioles." But I didn't have time to follow stuff. It wasn't like you know, it was one of those hobbies that had just kind of fallen by the wayside, and now it's kind of back. So, I know more of these guys than I did last year for sure.
All right. All right, so they actually have the full list of home run derby participants. Ronald Acuna
Ooh.
Jr., Cal Raleigh, James Woods, Aaron Judge.
Cobra,
Teoscar
what
Her-
are you doing?
It's live. We can do whatever the hell we want.
He's got a shit-eating grin on his face. What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything, dude.
Nothing.
I'm being serious though. I did this purposely live just to have a little fun.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, why not bring out one of my guitars? One of
It
them.
matches your jersey. It matches your dirt and turf jersey.
However, I don't want to show you the back of it because I put a bunch of
This is what
stickers
I'm
on
watching.
the back of it.
This is what I'm doing. Don't ask.
What is that?
It's a TV.
The hub. It's the hub.
No. I'm just gonna go put this back.
It's the hub. It's the hub.
Oh Lord.
See, this is why you don't let us go live.
You know what? We're gonna have a certain someone who shall not be named trying to like comment on this and be like, these people are a bunch of idiots. Yes, we know.
We know.
We know.
That's our
never,
motto.
We are professionally unprofessional. You know.
Our motto is professionally idiot.
Unlike him, who whenever we did a live podcast, wherever we did a podcast, would rip a fucking bong hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time, you know, we did the hard count. All of a sudden, you hear, blah, 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 you know, he'd rip a freaking bong hit. Like, seriously, man?
So it was. Some people just can't help themselves. Okay, some people just they can't function. They can't.
Yeah. Hashtag smoke weed every day.
Can you guys hear me?
We hear you.
Is my voice different?
A little bit, not much, but a little bit. Also, I thought I had found my ring light stand. The ring light doesn't work, but I thought I had like a stand. It doesn't fit my phone. My phone's too big.
If you can't tell, the Giants first pennant is about as sad as I am. I'm a Giants fan, if you're not aware. This is, I think we need to go. Okay, maybe next live streams. We're not as silly. We'll go live from now on. But anyway, continuing with MLB.
You're doing home run derby. You're doing the home run derby.
Oh yeah. I had a blonde moment, and I'm not even blonde.
Cal Raleigh,
Ronald Acuna, Aaron Judge, Teoscar Hernandez. And that's so far because I haven't released the full list yet.
Oh. I thought you said they released the whole list.
They released the starters.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to watching Cal with his dad pitching to him and his brother catching.
I know, I'm excited.
I'm gonna sit there and cry. Just
Yep. Oh, by the way, in case you guys didn't see, I actually have one of the worst shirts ever made.
we did see. It's difficult to not, but it takes up the whole camera.
All about the moisture. Moist.
Anyway, Tyler.
Honestly, this is why I did the live, because also Happy Independence Day. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Happy Independence Day, guys, everybody. I'm sorry if you hear fireworks in the background. Obviously, it's the 4th of July. People are going to have drinks and smoke.
Everybody.
If you are going to fireworks or setting off fireworks or drinking, please be responsible. Don't pull a Jason Pierre-Paul.
I was about to say, famous responsible fireworks user Jason Pierre-Paul.
Speaking of Jason Pierre-Paul, he actually reflected on his injury. His thing, but
Jeez, a whiz.
But speaking of, the Yankees lost to the Mets today. I'm not happy about it.
The Orioles are currently playing the Braves, and we're up 3-2.
Speaking of the Mets, you know, we know what happened 3 days ago.
Yes, we do.
They paid Bobby Bonilla. Oh my God. It's the most expensive joke in baseball.
And all of us here at the Handed Down Sports Media celebrated Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yep. Ooh. Don't worry, Tyler. Only 10 more years and that contract's expired. Then we get to laugh at the Orioles for Chris Davis.
Actually, speaking of,
Davis's was not as expensive as Bonita's.
Bonilla, no, he wasn't. Actually.
But wait.
Hang
on, I gotta grab my laptop.
It's not just the Mets who has to pay Bobby Bonilla. The Orioles do too. Not as long, but they still have to pay Bobby Bonilla.
Why do we have to pay Bobby Bonita?
Because it's the same reason for the Mets. Cut money owed.
I didn't think he ever played for us.
He did. It's like the first time I want to say it was like the second time he left for Mets. I remember he was on there in like 2002, I think.
Wow. I don't remember that. Let's see. MLB.
At least Dale Earnhardt Jr. is still up there.
Who?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is still up there. Well, by the way, we need to get a sponsorship with G Fuel because I'm gonna just keep hashtag not sponsored.
What is that?
Well, I mean, we officially have dropped Dubby, so we are in search of a new energy drink sponsor.
G Fuel's not a bad one.
All right, I say sponsor, but it's affiliation. Excuse me. It's just cooler and easier to say sponsor, but it's affiliation.
Famous responsible sponsorship.
W Energy, the Raid Shadow Legends of energy drinks.
No, but seriously, it really is.
The Orioles and Braves game is apparently the MLB TV free game of the day.
I'm honestly all right. Actually, there's some really good games going on right now. We got the Rangers, Padres, Blue Jays, Angels, Tigers, Guardians, Brewers, Marlins, Braves, Orioles.
We got some good baseball going on right now.
We also have the shit show World Series, White Sox, Rockies. Actually, have the Rockies even gotten? Wow, the Rockies. Give a round of applause to the Colorado Rockies. They actually got 20 wins.
I didn't think we'd see that day before the All-Star break.
Actually, same.
Golf, hey, everyone, golf clap. Golf clap.
Astros Dodgers. That's a World Series rematch from 2017.
Okay, this says it's the free game of the day, but it is audio. It's not video.
It depends on
It's 0-1.
Gonna see if Masson. Oh no! What now?
Jeez. No, the two best teams in the league right now. I'm just looking at the standings right now. The Mets and the Phillies are literally tied. Well, they're one game behind each other. I'm just gonna do randomly tonight. The Phillies and the Mets are 51-37. It's the Phillies. 51-38 are the Mets.
Wow.
Okay, that's actually absurd. They're 30. The Mets have the second. The Mets have the second best record at home in the league at 32-13.
Wow.
Obviously, the Dodgers are 33-14, which is a game ahead of the Mets, but the best road. Everybody's struggling on the road. Wow.
Interestingly, yeah. The best team on the road, it looks like, as far as the National League is concerned, is of course it's the Cubs. The Cubs are 24-20 away record.
The Marlins are on a winning streak. They are actually third in the National East right now.
Yeah, so the best teams away from home are the Cubs and the Tigers. Interesting factoid there.
You know what's funny is the Marlins are third place and a half a game ahead of the.
Here's an interesting question. Since we're talking about the standings, how the fuck are the Blue Jays leading the East?
They're not.
No idea.
The Yankees lost today. That's why. Yankees are on a slide right now. They are 3 of their last 10, and the Blue Jays are 8. The Blue Jays are literally 8 of their last 10.
8 of the last 10.
The only team that's 9 of their last 10 is the Dodgers.
Yep, and they are
Marlins.
And they are currently the best team in baseball, led by famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani.
No, but
I'm really glad I don't have a headset in or anything like that because
I have a headset, unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure my eardrums would be like gone.
But you want to notice something? The Marlins are 9 of their last 10, and they're third place in the East.
I mean, at least you're not the Rays, and your former best player is famous child respecter Wander Franco. Go to jail, you piece of shit.
Who doesn't deserve the time of day from anyone ever again.
Reinstate Trevor Bauer. Get rid of Wander Franco.
There is no rehabbing people from something like that.
Speaking of Trevor Bauer, he got sent down in the NPL. He got sent down.
He's injured as
well. Did he really?
He's injured.
He got sent down in the NPL.
Oh, man.
NBL and Nippon Baseball League.
Which, for anybody who doesn't know what that means, is he's playing in Japan.
Yes. I think if they,
Schedule, score, stats. I can't get standings to come up.
Billy's back.
Good night, Marie. Toronto really is leading. And somehow we're still 11 and a half games back. Even though now we're at a 430 win percentage.
And there he is, guys. Famous volunteer respecter, Billy.
Anyway, but speaking of, Billy's here.
I'm just watching fireworks.
Hey, Billy, you excited for August?
No.
That's when college football starts.
College football.
Oh yeah, never mind. I thought you were talking about the battle for Bristol.
That's going to be a good game, actually.
Although the battle for Bristol. Thank you for reminding us. Dirt and Turf will be tag teaming with the Lap Down for the Battle of Bristol. So
we
that'll be something very interesting.
Greg and Ryan will be joining the show that week.
Yep.
Also, speaking of the Lap Down, this upcoming Monday we have a special guest from the Truck Series going to be joining us on the Lap Down.
All right. Once again, the Lap Down delivering us a guest for Handed Down Sports Media. Now
get us guests on Dirt and Turf, please. We need the love too.
I'm working on it. Unfortunately,
I know, not you.
Everyone that I know is either booked, they're currently playing, or and by currently playing, I mean they're managers on the field. They're being used. Blah blah. So I think
not in a fun way.
Brian Rupp, I think he's still with the Nationals. I think he's in Double-A actually. As far as manager,
I think you might be right.
I can't call on Everett Seaford or Danny Duffy. I don't have their contact information. They don't know who I am. Although and I can't summon my dad. It would be interesting to get him, but he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to do it. Because trust me, I would love to get one of the former Blue Rocks on there, but they don't know me from Adam. It was like as soon as they made it to the show, they big leagued it. They big leagued my dad.
I mean, most of them do.
But I think the only one who didn't was Everett Seaford, which was funny. It was like we were at Camden Yards and Everett Seaford, he pitched that game. It was a loss. He didn't lose that one. That was a blown save by Joaquin sorry ass piece of shit.
All right, let's let's have a little fun, and I know it's a little early for it, but let's get some stats because we can do it live. We have plenty of time.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now, hold on.
Cobra, are you clapping?
No, Billy's clapping too. Well, it was
No, I'm
clapping.
just watching fireworks go off.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
fireworks.
bloop to center. Drop. Darn.
Oh, that ain't good.
Pit
Hey, you know
batting.
what? As long as when you hear the boom of the firework cannon go off, you don't then hear screaming, everybody's probably okay.
No, I hear.
All right.
No, I
so
heard the
batting.
I
So
don't
your
know,
batting average
ambulance
leader.
or fire truck go off.
Actually, you want to know who's leading the league in batting average right now? Aaron Judge. He's
Who
hitting a
the hell
he's
do
hit-
you think?
He's hitting a whopping 365 right now.
Sanchez, he just called that for us, and he's calling it for you. It's a strike now. Act accordingly. I hate when these guys look back at the umpire and they're like, "What? He's called that all night. Catch up."
Okay, I'm gonna head back inside now.
All right, Billy.
Billy's like, "That's enough of the
Okay,
fireworks."
so right now Aaron Judge is.
I like celebrating America's victory, but not too much.
Where the hell?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
that's
as
StatCast.
soon as we've got it.
Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what StatCast is, it's Amazon and Amazon Web Service and Google StatCast. It's the program they use to track all the stats of MLB, and it was initiated in 2015. It tracks anything from exit velocity, launch angle, pitch RPM, anything you want it to track.
Yeah, the only reason that I know that is because of MLB The Show. But anyways, let's talk about fake baseball.
Yeah, the show.
The
is
league
pretty
that
cool.
Cobra and I are in. Here is your daily update for the Kevin Vaughn Magnum Super Mega Baseball.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, that's easier. All right, so for
of
batting,
course, as Tanner's favorite favorite manager is Aaron Rodgers, future Minnesota Viking.
Yeah, Cal Raleigh right now has 35 home runs and 74 RBIs.
74?
74.
Hot take. I think he's going to break the AL record.
It's going to be between him and Aaron Judge.
So that's a hot take. Okay.
I mean, we're before the Allstar break, and he's at 35. Like,
there's only 3 players right now that are at 130 home runs or plus, but there's 2 players closing in, and it's Eugenio Suarez from Arizona and Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
Kyle Schwarber is. I love Kyle Schwarber. He's one of my favorite players.
Insert next stat sound effect.
And Shohei Ohtani just hit his 30th home run of the year.
Oh,
of
good.
course,
but meanwhile,
famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani had to hit 30 home runs.
Wasn't somebody else just like
Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge, and Shohei Ohtani?
Somebody else was just caught betting.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk about that this week. I want to talk about that next week. But
it just happened.
I know.
But what about famous bad timer Nicholas Castellanos?
Of course, Nick Castellanos. All it's got to be.
I'm awake, I promise.
Trumpty Dumpty's big beautiful build pass. Nick Castellanos hits a grand slam to left field.
I think right here. Where is it? I know what you're talking about. It's the Guardians player. Luis Ortiz is under investigation by the MLB after a betting integrity firm flagged apparent pitches that had received unusual gambling activity.
So we could definitely add famous responsible gambler Kyle Ortiz to the list. Total to shame.
All right.
I
so
want to know, what are they going to do about it?
they're going to
Because,
suspend him pending investigation, which has already been stated.
but I mean,
hold on.
yeah.
This is man fraud we're talking about here. What'll happen? Absolutely nothing.
All right. Let's
I
continue
feel
with the
like
stats.
if we're gonna like ban people for life over gambling, then we need to ban people for life for
Steroids.
abusing wives or children
Or steroids.
or steroids. Like if we're gonna have this policy on betting, then we need to have it on all of the things.
All right.
See,
so
the problem is, Kat. The problem is, Kat. People like us, we think with logic.
Anyway,
I know. We got to get rid of that
continue-
logic, man. We got to get
Before
rid
we
of the
continue.
logic.
Now, speaking of
We,
betting,
we have the logic. We just don't have the money.
we are professional idiots, but we are smart about betting. Please, if you're going to gamble, please gamble responsibly. And if you are having addiction,
I'm gonna head out,
please-
guys. See you later.
Please contact
bud.
the addiction. Please contact the addiction hotline because gambling addiction is a serious thing. Please
Yeah.
get help if you're struggling.
And before you read the next stat line there, Tyler, when I would like to remind our listeners that when we do start the hard counts for season, that again, we are idiots. Don't take our advice seriously. We are not liable for your stupid decisions. Again, gamble responsibly.
We make our own stupid decisions.
Facts.
Anyway, now we're gonna go a little bit of pitching stats. Tied for first right now is Tariq Skubal and Max Fried at 10 wins apiece.
Okay, I got to share this real quick.
What's up? Go ahead.
One of the suspended players, Andrew Salfrank, Michael Kelly, Jay Grome,
Yeah, I saw that.
and Jose Rodriguez were suspended for 1 year for betting on baseball games. That I understand to an extent. But
Betting on the game, I understand.
Sal Frank's bets. You ready for the total? Are you ready?
How much? $1.2 million.
$445.87.
Really? They suspended him over
They suspended him for less than $500.
And he had a net loss of $272.64.
So again, I could understand if it was bukus of lettuce here, but we're talking about small potatoes, especially for
and it certainly isn't the millions of dollars that Shohei Ohtani was involved with.
Exactly. All this is basically like, oh hey, this guy had couple $100 burning a hole in his pocket. And he's like, oh, hey, we're here, got nothing better to do, and boom, 20, 30 minutes later. That's what that sounds like to me. This isn't like oh, hey, he walked in with bank and walked out with less than his shirt.
Right.
Walked in with bank and walked out with bank.
Right. Some of these guys, they didn't even bet on their own teams. And they don't even bet on the games that they're playing in. And I'm like, can we have a little bit of common sense when it comes to this? Because with the prevalence of online gambling now, like
NFL suspended Calvin Ridley, remember that? For gambling.
Yeah.
And he only like $100.
Gambler Calvin Ridley.
He only bet like $100.
See, that's so stupid. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
How much did Pete Rose gamble? How much did Pete Rose bet on that?
Oh, I'm gonna look that up. Hang on. How much?
I will also say this. I'm going to say this openly. I hate to say I live in a state where unfortunately we can't use FanDuel and DraftKings because if we could, I guarantee you, I'd be using that as an affiliate, DraftKings or FanDuel.
Oh yeah,
Because hey, or Underdog Fantasy or whatever. Basically,
we,
don't be like famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani and gamble responsibly. That type of stuff.
Okay. Definitely don't do what Pete Rose did. Okay.
how much?
We're not
How bad
taking
was
out
it?
second mortgages on our homes.
Oh yeah, that's right. He took out the second mortgage. I remember that.
An investigation documented that Rose bet on baseball games in 1987 with minimum daily bets reportedly at $10,000.
That I can understand the ban. That I
He
can
also
understand, like, a
bet on his
percentage.
own team, the Cincinnati Reds, while managing them. At the time of his banishment, Cincinnati police reported that Rose owed illegal bookmakers as much as $750,000.
See, that's where I understand at the time. I can understand at the time for him being permanently banned. I can understand that.
See,
Yeah.
but did he make that money? Like,
He
I
made the money
doubt-
back easily, 100%.
I doubt he actually made it back. But what that says to me, that level of gambling tells me that that was an addiction. That wasn't like
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to make some extra money because I don't make enough money playing baseball and managing. That was I can't not bet. I have to go bet on this or else.
Yeah, it was an itch. It was an itch he had to scratch. Yeah, that's what that was definitely was. It was a bitch of an itch on the left ass cheek. That's what it was.
And see, in
And
that
then
in
of
that
course
kind
that,
of instance,
then
you
of
need
course
to get
Dad writes
help.
a letter. Dad writes a letter to the commissioner, and then all of a sudden, commissioner's dead.
See, and at that point, you need to get help, not lose your day job. Essentially, you need to get help. And
By the way,
I
my
wish
dad had
the
nothing to do
league.
with that. By the way, my dad had nothing to do with the death of that commissioner. By the way, he had nothing
Yeah,
to do
no,
with it.
we all know you're
Oh,
kidding,
no.
but
But the people who are listening don't.
you
No,
know,
don't.
but what I really think these guys need to look into, like, there are certain things, alcoholism, drug addiction, gambling addiction, those kinds of things these leagues need to say, okay, you have a 10-game suspension, whatever it is. You have a you have to
Mandatory
go
rehab.
do like a 90-day program, and you have to stay clean
For 6 months.
for, I would say, a year.
Okay, year's better, yeah.
The thing is, again, you're thinking with logic and morality.
Do you think?
Well,
you
and I
really...
think since a lot of these rules were made, we have actually come a much longer way in how to help people with this kind of thing.
There was not much
Yeah.
help back. There was not much help for that kind of stuff back in the
No,
80s.
no,
And
and
not just that, but it was also again the treatment hasn't wasn't there back then.
No.
The programs weren't there back then. And another thing that wasn't there back then was the awareness that it is a problem.
Or the internet.
Nowadays, now, I mean, back then, hey, we used to see, players get drunk, players,
Right.
high on cocaine, all that stuff. It was a common occurrence. Now it's just, we're aware that there are problems, and, we can, I mean, shit, depression nowadays, depression is
Right.
something
Yeah, 100%.
that we're more aware of. That's a problem.
Yeah.
It's
I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Go ahead, continue.
I'm finished. I'm finished.
I think the other thing that people don't give enough credit to is dopamine addiction.
Which
There
is,
are people who like will they're addicted to the feel good. So they
Yeah.
chase the feel good over and over and over again. And when they can't get it, they have to do more and more and more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Orioles won.
Oh,
But you're right on that, Kat. It's like, you got that, you know it's, I'm going to say this openly. It's like with stealing, if that makes sense. Like, there are certain people who get a high of from stealing.
Right.
It's like, oh, hey, we just got, we didn't get caught, so we'll try
Right.
again. Try again,
like,
and then they
and
go
I'm not-
larger, try to get that same feeling, that same rush.
And I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm not proud of it, but I have a nicotine addiction, and I'm not proud of it, but I have it.
Yeah. And me, I mean, I know what my addiction is,
Caffeine.
but
We're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about that on Why Are We Here.
I was going to say caffeine. I like caffeine. Thank you. Soda and energy drinks, especially
Coffee. Cat knows what I'm talking about.
pre-workout and pre-workout.
Pre-workouts.
Oh, and the pre-workout. Oh, geez. Some of you guys who like hit the gym real hard and you're like, I've got my pre-workout and I have my protein and I have blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, how do you not like have the shakes? How are you
Or-
lifting this stuff and like not
Exploding your
shaking
heart.
like this while you're doing it?
Or having your heart explode. But I can't really say much. I'm a huge caffeine addict.
Well, I mean, I worked out in the gym this morning, so I could definitely tell you that, it was very, very interesting. I mean, it was. What was the? It wasn't Raw Nutrition, unfortunately. It was Redcon. It was Redcon 1, so total war. And I wanted.
They're actually pretty good. Those super greens are actually really nice. I've actually had them before.
You have the super greens, okay.
I had a
I have
sample
AG1
of super
nutrition.
greens that I put in the smoothie things that like the
sticker box,
fruit
sticker
is
box.
already in its own package.
Oh.
And it's like that gives you an individual smoothie. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
I had a sample of the super greens and I had one packet left. And it's one of those things like it's on my list to buy the super greens. Doesn't happen.
I'm I currently take Bloom is what I'm taking as far as like super greens is Bloom.
Blue?
Yeah,
AG1.
Bloom.
I do AG1.
Like the color blue?
Bloom, as in Bloom, BLOM.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought you were
Bloom.
sitting here saying blue, and I was like, your super greens are blue? What?
No, they're
Alright, so you're taking an umpire? Blue?
Bad joke. And the interesting thing is, I've tried like different ones, different brands. So far, this one has been the best so far. Was disappointed in Ghost. Force Factor has a decent one.
Ghost is not
I
great.
haven't even tried Ghost because I've heard so many people say exactly what you just said. Like, it's not worth the money.
I actually like Celsius.
Delicious, but the
Celsius
macros aren't there.
Have you guys had Celsius? Celsius is pretty good.
I haven't had Celsius. Now we're talking random stuff.
This is what happens. This is what happens.
It does. We get off topic, but we're kind of having fun here. We're doing it live.
This is the whole point of tonight's podcast, is to have
we wanted everybody to have an opportunity to just kind of
talk
see
about
us.
Yeah.
You'll see us full stories tomorrow morning. You'll see us talk about our origin stories and where we're from tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Tomorrow morning, it is our or whenever we're doing it. Tomorrow morning, 11. Tomorrow morning, got to do it because I got to. I'm celebrating my anniversary. When Might as well do it. I might be doing it live for the Cobra Mobile
Sweet.
because I have to pick up my hotel reservation.
Nice. GG. GG.
Somebody's gonna have to remind me what time we're doing that.
Probably right.
But anywho, let's get back to it. Let's get to the standings.
Oh yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna get
All
my
right.
computer back up.
All right. So let's start with the AL East. I will start with that. Leading the AL East is the Toronto Blue Jays. 49-38, 563 win percentage in 8 of the last 10.
Can I just say congratulations to them for going over top of the Yankees?
Speaking of the Yankees, fuck.
Who nobody cares about.
48-40, 545
sorry,
percent.
Tylor cares about them.
But he's irrelevant. He also roots for the derp too. So 48-40, 545 win percentage, 1.5 games back, 3 of the last 10. Then right behind him, the former team of famous child respecter Wander Franco, the Tampa Bay Rays, 48-40, 545 win percentage, 1.5 games back, but 5 of the last 10. Then behind them are the Boston Red Sox, 44-45, 494 win percentage, 6 games back, 4 of the last 10. And then, of course, back in the basement, they are the Baltimore Orioles, 37-49, 430 win percentage, 11.5 games back.
Hold on, it updated. We're 38-49. We're at a 437, and we're only 11 games back.
Thank you.
And we're 5-5 for the last 10.
Yep. All right, Tylor, Central.
All right. You got the Detroit Tigers, which are 54-34 with a 614 win percentage. Six of their last 10. I mean, the Detroit Tigers are literally like back to what they were in 2011 and 2012, like the super team they were. Hopefully, they can actually get the ring. I actually hope Detroit can get a ring. I really do.
I'd like to see that. I'd also like to see that.
And right on there, well, 10 right in second place, we got the Minnesota Twins, which are 42-46, 477 win percentage, 12 games back, they're 500 in their last 10. Minnesota Twins aren't doing too bad. I mean, they literally have maybe one. Carlos Correa is actually healthy. He's playing well. Byron Buxton's playing well. So, I mean...
Tylor, you're kind of wrong. They're the T's because they don't deserve to win because they can't beat the freaking Yankees in the playoffs. The Yankees have their wins.
That is true. And then the third... Anyway, continue.
Sorry, the Twins are further back in second place than the Orioles are in last place for the AL East.
No, but seriously, the AL East is actually super competitive if you look at it.
So competitive.
Now, third place, the Cleveland Guardians. I'm still going to call them the Cleveland Indians because that's how I'll always name them.
Cleveland Guardians of the Galaxy. You can do that.
Also, where's the Las Vegas stripper owner and Tom Burgundy? Bergeron.
Ron Burgundy.
Tom Bergeron.
Tom. You said Tom.
It's Tom Bergeron.
Who is Tom Burgundy?
Tom Bergeron. I don't know how to say his last name. But 40-45, 471 win percentage, 12.5 games back, 2 of their last 10. So they're not playing very well. I mean, when you have somebody who's gambling.
My MLB is updating faster than you guys are reading through the standings.
We're having fun. Relax.
Because I have the Tigers at 55-34, the Twins at 42-46, the Royals at 41-47, the Guardians at 40-46, and then the Chicago White Sox at 28-59.
Yeah, that's all correct. Yes.
Okay.
It just updated.
It's like it keeps updating and flipping up, and I'm like, what is going on? It's updating.
But anyway, American League West.
The Houston Trastros.
Oh wait, I'll read this one. I haven't done one yet.
Okay.
So we have the Houston Astros at 52-35 with a 598 win percentage. They are 8-2 for their last 10. The Seattle Mariners are 46-42 with a 523 win percentage. They are actually 6.5 games back, but they are 500 in their last 10. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim Angels in Los Angeles are 43-43, 8.5 games back, and 6-4 of their last 10. The Texas Rangers are 43-45 with a 489 win percentage. They are 9.5 games back, and they are 500 of their last 10. And the Athletics are 36-53 with a 404 win percentage. They're a grand old 17 games back, and they are 4-6 of their last 10.
Tyler, take this one.
I will. The NL East. The Philadelphia Phillies are 51-37 with a 580 win percentage. 4-6 in their last 10. New York Mets 51-38, 573 win percentage, half a game back, and they're 500 in their last 10. Miami Marlins are actually 39-47, 453 win percentage, 11 games back. And they just lost. So they're 8-2 in their last 10. The Braves, which just lost to the Orioles, 39-48, 448 win percentage, 11.5 games back, 3-7 in the last 10. And then the Nationals, which are still trying to rebuild after their 2019 World Series, 37-51, 420 win percentage, 14 games back, and they're 500 baseball.
You want Central, Cobra, or you want West?
I want Central.
So yes.
I want Central.
You can have Central.
That's right, I will, Redbird. Thank you.
Your name's not Cobra, it's Yenzer. Your beer smells worse than a porta potty.
The Chicago Cubbies, Redbird.
Don't tell them that.
53-35, 602 win percentage, 7 of the last 10.
I think his car. I think the gas station bathroom smells better than his car.
You have not lived until you've been into a Flying J truck stop there, Tyler. Derp.
I've been to.
Nobody wants to know Windsor.
The Milwaukee Brewers, 48-39, 552 win percentage, 4.5 games back at 6 of the last 10.
Wow, you can read.
Well,
Back of the hand, Bradford, I swear. Back of the hand.
Cat, grab the hype fire.
Let me just.
And of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NL East, the St. Louis Cardinals. 47-42, 528 win percentage, 6.5 games back, and 4 after last 10. Then, of course, the Cincinnati Reds, hosted by who, fun fact, has John Sadak, Cobra's friend, announcing their games. Hopefully, we get him on Dirt and Turf. 46-42, 523 win percentage, 7 games back at 6 of the last 10. And then, of course, coming off their 6-game win streak after a furry convention, thank you, McCutcheon, the Pittsburgh Pirates. 38-51, 427 win percentage, 15.5 games back, 7 of their last 10. Sell the team, Bob Nutting, you fucking jag off. Get out of here.
Can we just boot him back out to his car now?
Yinzer needs a blowjob.
There is not a woman alive who I would wish that upon.
No.
All right.
I'm pretty sure there's a few lot lizards floating around.
So,
And this is why we like being live. And once we finish up the standings,
Ew.
we're going to wrap it up.
So for the NL West, we have the LA Dodgers at 56-32 with a 636 win percentage. They are 9-1 of their last 10. Then we
Led,
have
of
the
course, by famous responsible gambler, Shohei Ohtani.
Then we have the San Diego Padres at 47-40 with a 540 win percentage. However, they are 8.5 games back. Not
What
coming back
happens,
from that one.
it's what happens when you're in the same division as the Dodgers.
Right? But the Padres are 500 in their last 10. San Francisco Giants are 47-41, giving them a 534 win percentage. They are 9 games back, and they are 3-7 in their last 10. The Arizona Diamondbacks are 43-44 with a 494 win percentage, 12.5 games back, and they are 4-6 in their last 10.
And still people have pissed in that pool.
And we have to congratulate the Colorado Rockies
for getting
on
20
making
wins.
it to 20 wins before the All-Star break.
Here's your participation trophy.
Here's the snaps. The snaps.
But
they
Joey
are
Overstreet, we love you, but come on.
they
Root
are
for a better team.
20
And
and 67 with a 230 win percentage. They are 35.5 games back. And they are 3-7 in their last 10.
And only 2 losses away from the greatest number.
60.
Nice.
Anyway, and that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for watching tonight. Sorry for all the craziness of the live stream. Thank you.
Hey, you know what? Our first live. I have to say I really appreciate everybody who stuck it out and watched with us as we tried this for the first time.
We'll be going live. We'll be going live next week as well for the All-Star predictions and stuff like that. But anyway, thank you for our affiliates down in the description. Check out our affiliate links. Use Circle B if you ever use Circle B for diecast. Use code LAPDOWN for $5 off your next purchase. Check out all our other podcasts: The Lap Down, Hard Count, Passing the Pigskin, obviously Dirt and Turf.
Dirt and Turf for sure.
Biscuits and Penalties.
And our new wrestling podcast, which is coming this week.
Was it Handed Down SmackDown, or what you could call it? And then our new podcast coming tomorrow morning. And our new podcast coming tomorrow. Why Are We Here? Also, thank you. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Happy 4th of July. Go drink responsibly and have a good night. See ya.
Round.